Hey, it's Mr. Luneski, and we're going to take a look at the transformations packet here. But we're going to kind of break it up into parts rather than having one long, big video. Kind of going to break it up into little sections. So there will be 6 kind of shorter videos to walk you through transformations. So the first video here is on translations. Before we get started, though, we do need to talk about what exactly is a transformation. Well, a transformation is any operation that moves or changes a geometric figure in some way to produce a new figure. The new figure is called an image, and the original figure is often called the pre-image. Sometimes you may hear it just referred to as the original or the pre-image. Whenever you make a new image, this sort of notation here is telling you that I'm starting with triangle ABC, and then it's transforming, and once it's gone through a transformation, we label it A prime, B prime, C prime. So triangle ABC is the pre-image, or the original figure, and then triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is the image. And so A prime is the image of A, B prime is the image of B, and C prime is the image of C. So our first transformation that we are going to talk about in this video is a translation. Translations are sometimes called slides. So we're sliding a figure kind of through a coordinate plane. What a translation does is it moves every point on a figure in the same direction, the same distance. And so if I give you that triangle ABC has vertices -4, 5, B is at -2, 4, and C is at -7, -5. I want to sketch triangle ABC and its image A prime, B prime, C prime. So this is telling me what translation am I going through. So this just tells me to add 5 to all the x values, and then this is telling me to subtract subtract 2 from all the y values. So realistically, we can think of this as moving right 5 and down 2. So then you can kind of take each point and then just go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1, 2. And so that would be A prime. So from B, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1, 2. That would be B prime. And then C will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1, 2. And that gives me C prime. And then we just go ahead, that's bad. Connect the dots, and that gives us our image. So we just did a translation. Another way to show a translation is through something called a vector. A vector is when we sort of have a little arrow, kind of looks like this, above FG, and we read it as vector FG. And so it tells us 2 things. It tells us where the starting point is, and or the initial point. So the initial point of that vector is at F, and the terminal point, or where does it end, is at G. So if I take a look at this vector, the vector's right here, F to G, we sort of just are counting almost like a slope. We're counting how many units do I move left or right, how many units do I move up or down. So this one we went right 5 and up 3. And so we can write it in component form. And when we write it in component form, we're basically saying, kind of looks like a coordinate point, but instead of using parentheses, we sort of use these pointy brackets here, and we say we went right 5 and up 3. And so here it says name the vector and write its component form. So the vector is from G to H. And so notice the arrow here will always point to the right, and you'll see that in the next example. So what are we doing here? We're moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, and down 1, 2. So because we went down, that's a negative. So that's the component form. The next one is from R to S, and so we write that as RS. Now again, notice my little arrow still points to the right even though I'm going to the left. It's just sort of the notation, we always go to the right. And so this is moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units to the left, and it's not moving up or down at all. Whoops, so we write that as a 0. So that's vector. And so here's an example where I give you a figure with a vector, and you kind of have to move it along the vector. And so we're going to translate triangle ABC using vector MO. So we're starting at M and going to O. And so my vector format or component format is to go left 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go left 4 and down 1. And so that's how I'm just going to translate these 3 points. I'm going to go left 4 and down 1. So from here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1. That becomes A prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1. That's B prime. And 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1. That's C prime. All right, that is it for translations.